We have to renew our mind. One of the hardest and most difficult things for me to do is to be able to separate my mind and my heart. Matter of fact, or I'm sorry, not separate, but align my mind and my heart. One of the prayers that I said in the month of January was, God, please align my heart and my mind, because my heart knows that you are good. My heart knows that you are true to your word. My heart believes everything that you have said, but Lord, my mind sometimes be going left and it thinks its own things. So there has to be an alignment of the mind and the heart so that the mind can know and act just as the heart so rightly believes. So we have to be able to renew our mind and change destructive patterns. Y'all, today is the 34th day of the year, right? How many of y'all, and I'm not even going to ask you to raise your hands because number one, I'm on camera. I can't see you raising your hands. So won't nobody know but the Lord. But how many of y'all made a New Year's resolution that you may or may not be following right now? I want to take a moment to shout out Will Buchanan. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But how many of y'all have made a New Year's resolution that you may or may not be following? I may or may not be raising my hand right now. So often we, especially at the beginning of a new year, make this whole resolution about what we're going to do, the changes that we're going to enact in our lives, because we want to see something better happen. But the issue is we don't align our mind with what we're saying. And our mind is what discourages us, because our heart really wants that change, but our mind is that thing that will prevent us from being able to do things. We have to recognize that the majority of our strength lies up here. If we believe that we can do something, then we will actually do it. If we put our mind into something, then we're able to actually fulfill it. Where our mind goes, there will the rest of our body go too. But if we don't put our mind into a situation, if we don't put our mind into a relationship, if we don't put our mind into what is before us, then we are not going to succeed. We are not going to find any success. You can ask any trainer in the world, and they will say that exercise, fitness, wellness is mostly a battle of the mind. Your body will do what you train it to do, but it takes your mind a little bit more work. So y'all, when it comes to recognizing the sabotage, and again, self-sabotage that we have going on within us, we have to start by renewing our mind and changing destructive patterns. And again, I want to take a moment to shout out those who are watching on TikTok. Unfortunately, the comments don't show, so I just have to acknowledge you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for tuning in. We have to renew our mind. And this is one of the greatest scriptures to think of when we're thinking about renewing our mind and putting our mind in alignment with everything else that we're doing. It's Romans 12:2 that says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means letting go of what we see around us, what everyone else deems as the norm, but being transformed by what the Lord has already spoken in his word. The thing is, we're always looking for like this rule book.